TJ, a couple days ago, you mentioned some of the things you wanted to do differently at the plate. Was there anything that contributed to your at-bats today that might not have happened last year if you didn't put in that work?
Probably. I mean, the biggest takeaway of today, first two at-bats, they were both with two strikes. So just kind of shorten up, putting it in play. I know we talked about hitting the ball to all parts of the fields, but felt like I did a good job of hitting those pitches where they were located and putting it in play. Austin did a great job in the one hole, getting on base for me to make my job easier. So I was just trying to honestly move him over and make something happen.
Steve Molesky, you can go ahead.
TJ, how do you balance things you need to do in Florida to get ready for a long season with trying to be impressive enough to win a job to start the season in Baltimore?
Just getting in my work. The days that I'm playing, obviously, getting in work, and then the days that I'm not playing, going on the backfields and just getting extra reps and just getting everything out of myself and pushing myself to that next level to just go out there and make sure I can perform for the games. But the real work comes on the days that I'm not actually playing.
Joe Trezza, you're up.
DJ, you mentioned this. I want to follow up on something you said to John's question. You mentioned your two-strike approach. Do you feel in general that you want to make more contact? Because you're a guy who has struck out a little bit, but also walks a lot. So how do you balance that?
Yeah, it's actually it's a weird concept. I was actually talking to Don the last couple of days about it. Is yes, I know I have a good eye, but there's also sometimes early in the count that I'm a little bit too selective, I feel like, and I know that I can do damage with those pitches, but I'm also comfortable hitting with two strikes. But sometimes you get the nastier stuff with two strikes. So it's a balance thing that I'm kind of trying to work on in this spring training is to be aggressive early, but also shorten it up and putting it in play, trying to do the job. Today was a good day for me, but I know, I mean, it's going to continue to be a task that I'm working on every single day.
John Mioli again.
DJ, it's interesting you mentioned, that the work you do in between the games you play is the important stuff. For somebody on the outside who might not understand, why do you think that stuff is more important than, a game that's on TV where you hit a home run?
Just because, I mean, everyone sees these games, and yeah, I mean, if you're successful in these games, it's just a testament of the hard work that you've put in each day. The game should be easy if you've put in the right amount of work and just work the right way. Hyder preaches on it every single day is to not just the days that we're not playing, don't just, oh, it's an off day, I'm not in the game. No, we want us out there getting our work, and kind of something that I was able to do last year at the alternate site, just putting in a lot of work with those guys, and then going into a game so you get to kind of see the results right away. When we were doing our early work and then our games, but that's kind of how I'm treating this. Spring training is the days that I'm working and not playing in the game. I go out there, work, and then the test is the game, and it should be easy if I've done my work the correct way.
Joe Trezza, go ahead.
DJ, just to follow up on the two-strike stuff, are you doing anything physically different? Are you widening out or choking up or anything like that, or is it mostly just approach-based?
I choke up a little bit. There's sometimes I choke up even without two strikes. It wasn't really a thing that early in my career I was really big on, choking up, but it's kind of something that I've worked on. And there's some days that it just feels good. Like you go into BP, we have our two strike rounds in BP, and it might just feel good that day. So sometimes I'll do it with even without two strikes. It just depends on how I'm feeling.